What's going on? So, this is a video. Well, you've read the title. So, basically, this was actually a story time that happened within the last 4 weeks. Sometimes I just forget all this stuff that happens. But yeah, basically, I was at the beach. I had booked an Airbnb, got out of the city for a little bit, and I was at the beach in the middle of the day, like I was jobless. And I was just doing some cardio. The sun was out, I was feeling good. I was doing some cardio, and I didn't have my phone, so I was just running, just shorts, shirtless. Obviously, I'm at the beach, it's hot. So I'm just running. As I'm running, I don't even know how many miles I ran, but as I'm running, I see in the periphery, I see around a particular section, I see a woman like looking at me, like she was observing me, and I was like, all right, cool. Ignored it. Obviously, I'm focused. Went to the very end. I just wanted to get to the end of that particular beach, and I found it. And then I saw another beach, and I was like, if I just keep going, it's never ending. But basically, did some calisthenics, and then on my way back, obviously, I'm not running. I was warming down, so I was just having a paced walk. And I've seen her, and she's seen me. It's almost like she was waiting for me to come back because she knew that I more than likely would come back that same direction. So I was walking back and she sees me in the distance. She was even talking with someone. She wrapped up that conversation, came running to me because I was walking by the shoreline or closer to the shoreline. She was like, by the way, I have to add first, she was attractive. She was very attractive. She was dressed in a tight black dress showing her body part. She was very attractive. She was wearing the color black, which I am now, but typically from a spiritual perspective, it's not the best color to be wearing. And yeah, she was friendly. Initially, I was like, should I engage? Should I not engage? I was considering whether I should just brush her off and be stoic. But she came with a warmer energy, so I was inviting to her. And she, just talking with her, she was like, oh, I've got a room there. Because I didn't know what she wanted. She's like, oh, I've got a room there. I do massages. Obviously, she sees that fleck body. And then she's like, oh, I know how to get into the muscles, blah, blah, blah. And bear in mind, this is not a lie. I actually had a massage the previous week, so I didn't want to get another massage. And the massage I paid for the previous week was 90 minutes, and it was very, very professional. She's like, oh, I've got a room there. And I was like, I just had one last week, I'm good. And she was like, oh, come and see the room. She was trying to invite me to the room to see what I'm going. And then I was just like, nah. I was just trying to get back to get my stuff. And she was like, oh, I do happy ending for you as well, blah, blah, blah. She was telling me the price, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, of course, every man in that situation is going to consider it. And the price was even, like, obviously it was well within my means. I would say it's probably about $15, less than $20 for sure. And I was there like, I just laughed it off and kept walking. But am I going to lie and say that I didn't consider it? Well, of course I considered it, because especially at that time, I considered it, but I did not go through with it. Why didn't I go through with it? Because it would have been a weak action. It's a weak man that goes and pays for sexual pleasure, because that's what you'd be doing. Part of me was like, is she just using that as a hint and she wants me to blow her back out? I was wondering, is it could be evil? Because she's accepting payment for providing sexual pleasure, and I didn't really like that. So even if I was going to get a massage and I felt tight, I probably would refuse the massage. I feel from a masculine perspective, a dominating perspective, I wouldn't allow myself, because usually a typical massage, you start on your back and then you will turn around midway and they'll start on that body. And with a happy ending massage, they will release you, you just lose energy. She gets the satisfaction of draining you. And yeah, there's no way you're going to leave a massage feeling satisfied if I was to go through with it. So I didn't. And I was thinking, if I did go through with it and I got a massage, I would turn around and fuck her afterwards. Like, there's no way I'm just going to allow her to drain me. Because this is a submissive position when someone's massaging you. Because even the massage that I got the week prior to that incident, I fell asleep during the massage. It was 90 minutes. I was already tired. I was already stressed out. I really needed one. It was 90 minutes. I fell asleep. And by the time it ended, I woke up and I'm looking up at her like, I'm looking up at her and she's looking down on me. I didn't really like that frame. So she had power over me. And there's an energy exchange whenever you're doing business, or especially when you're having an interaction with someone. It's the reason I don't allow anyone to touch my crown or my hair. I don't even really expose my hair in the outside world. I typically always have it covered up. Like if I'm going somewhere, only time I'll have my hair unexposed is if I'm in a forest. If I'm in a place of high nature, if I'm in a forest, typically alone, the woods, or the beach. That's the only time I'll have my hair uncovered, because it's just open energy. and the ocean's there, all the trees and plants are there. So yeah, so I didn't accept. I have to add, because it would have been a weak action, and if I went there and again I turn around and she drains me, I gain nothing from it. I don't gain satisfaction. I'll feel empty, because especially because I have all this retained energy. I'll just feel empty. And she probably observed that. And the fact that she was wearing black is probably the reason that I was hesitant as well. Because the one time, well, I've had a few spiritual encounters with dark magicians and witches and things like that. But the one that really just pulled up on my broad daylight was wearing all black. And she had her eyes obscured. So I have an aversion to people wearing the color black. Like, for example, if I'm going into a business meeting or something like that and they're wearing black, I don't typically wear black, and I'm talking all black. Green was my choice of color, but I think the rain has stopped, so I'm probably just going to take this off. If I walk into a business meeting, or if somebody wanted to have a serious discussion with me and I saw he was wearing black, I would refuse the discussion, more than likely based off the energy. And if I was wearing a darker color as well, because obviously white was going to reflect a lot of things, but I don't want to get too off topic in this video. So I just want to say that the happy ending is a form of weakness. There's no way that you can accept that and go home smiling about it. So yeah, I just couldn't have done it, because it was practically a prostitute, right? You're offering sexual pleasure, massage is just a mask, and she probably did want to get her back blown out. But yeah, man, that's the story. I hope you learned something.